tell me how the Native American Legal Resource Center was started.
The Native American Legal Resource Center was started in 1988 under the leadership of the faculty of OCU Law to serve as the academic law and policy center in the law school for students who are interested in practicing in the area of federal Indian law and policy. We have a very large course offering that's focused specifically on dealing with issues in American Indian law and policy, and our center has just kind of blossomed under that curriculum by not only teaching within that program, but also finding service opportunities for American Indian communities here in Oklahoma for students who are working through the Indian law curriculum at OCU.
And that's one of the clinic available offerings you have.
We have a couple of clinics. One of the clinics in particular that deals with American Indian issues is the Native American Victims' Rights Clinic, and I'm the clinical professor of that clinic. That clinic focuses on representing victims of crime who are American Indian, and we work with those victims of crime as they work their way through the criminal justice process in state court, tribal court, or CFR court here in Oklahoma.
Okay. And the other court focuses on immigrant law?
We do. We have another
law?
clinic offering at OCU Law, and it is the Immigration Law Clinic. And that clinic is in partnership with Catholic Charities through a generous grant from the Inasmuch Foundation. And in that clinic, the students get experience not only with working with clients, but a lot of the clients that they represent are also victims of crime or victims of domestic violence. So there's a really close intersection among the two clinics of the types of cases that we take.
Now, how do you find your clients for those two clinics?
The Immigration Law Clinic gets its clients through referrals from Catholic Charities, because that is the partner who works with the Immigration Law Clinic to give the students the opportunity to serve clients. For the Native American Victims' Rights Clinic, we will take our referrals from just about anywhere. Most of our referrals come from victims advocates who work out in the field, tribal victim services agencies, et cetera.
Okay. And how do you end up with the students working those clinics?
We have an application process where students kind of throw their hat in the ring and ask to be considered. We do a pretty extensive interview process to make sure that the students we're going to select have the chops to be able to do the type of work that we're going to ask them to do. So it's a fairly competitive process, but we try to open up as many seats in those clinics that we can manage.
Okay. How much work is there available for those students?
There's more work than people to do the work, which is, kind of the idea of setting up legal clinics to have, law students take on some responsibilities that lawyers oftentimes won't take on for free. So we've just had, an abundance of clients who are seeking our services, and it's been really fulfilling to see our students get experience working with those clients.
I understand domestic violence is a constant part of your life in the clinic there.
It is. Both clinics, like I said, focus almost specifically on domestic violence, although domestic violence is not required for us to accept your case. For some reason, the statistics, both in the immigrant population and for American Indian women, the statistics show that those two populations in particular suffer rates of domestic violence much higher than other segments of the population. So the domestic violence issues are very much at the heart of the representation that we offer through both clinics, although the students also get experience working with victims of crime or folks who are submitting family-based petitions in the immigration context. So lots of experience, but quite a bit of domestic violence advocacy.